So good morning, good people of Central State Synod. I'm Pastor Kendra Nolde from St. Louis, Missouri, and I serve as one of your directors for Evangelical Mission.
And I'm Pastor Donna Simon. I serve as the other director for Evangelical Mission. And we're here today to talk about congregational vitality, which hopefully isn't new for any of you. Congregational vitality is language that we've been using to talk about taking our next faithful steps as communities of Jesus Christ. It's umbrella language. These are the steps that allow us to fully proclaim in our contexts, to be fully present in our contexts, to truly welcome and serve all of our neighbors, and to proclaim the gospel in word and deed. And there are multiple things that fall under the umbrella of congregational vitality. Discernment work, assessment work, figuring out where we are so that we know where we're going. The process called faithful innovation, which Kendra's going to talk about next. Workshops, conferences, other opportunities for learning. And coaching, which pairs leaders and congregations with a partner who has been trained to help them make progress on things they care about. In the ELCA, we've been using this phrase to describe Don't help me. Love help. In the ELCA, this is how we've been talking about vital congregations. They're communities of Jesus that nurture and invite others into life-changing relationships with God, each other, and our neighbors. So how do we know if we're vital? How do we know if we've got it? Well, first we do some assessing. A lot of you out there have already taken the Congregational Vitality Survey. This is an instrument that just helps us gather a lot of data about your congregation. It's a point-in-time count of what's going on in your congregation. That's a great measure. There are other ones we can help you find a good way to assess where you are. The Congregational Vitality Survey has a sliding fee, but the Synod covers everything over $100 because we want everyone to be able to do this work. So after $100, we will cover the difference. So every member takes the Congregational Vitality Survey, and then you'll meet with one of the DEMs, and we'll review the results, and we'll start to say, what is this data telling us about your congregation, and what is it suggesting that we want to work on? Is it evangelism? Is it connecting with the community? If we maybe lost touch with the people and the mission around us, what God's doing in the community around us? Is it worship? Is it educational opportunities? Is it something else? So this is the first step in a congregational vitality process. And at this point, you're going to want to have a team. And you're going to want to have a team of people who are fun. These are the people in your congregation that reflect the diversity of your congregation in age, gender, education, family structure, sexual orientation, any other ways that you want to make sure are present in this team. They should be creative, imaginative people because they're going to get to play. They're going to lead the congregation in trying some stuff. They meet pretty often because their work is, well, vital. And your DEM can help you identify good fits for the congregational vitality team. After that, the team will work with a coach. Coaching is very important. We're working a lot with coaching right now. Shout out to all the people in our synod who are coaches. Thank you for doing the training. We're continuing to train coaches, so if you're interested, contact us about that. And then hopefully, we're going to encourage you to join a Faithful Innovations cohort. We're starting cohorts in August. Kendra's going to talk about that next. That work fits under the umbrella of congregational vitality, but it gives us action steps in a vitality process. And then we do this. It's action reflection, right? We try some things, we reflect on what we tried, we decide what we learned, and we develop some new steps. And then we try some more things. It's a circular, continuous, iterative process.
You wanted to get that word in there.
I did.
Donna.
Yeah, I like the word iterative. All right. So why do it? It sounds interesting, but it also sounds like a lot of work. Why are we doing this? Well, because we live in a world that is spiritually hungry. And we live in a country that is tearing itself in half and desperately needs communities of Jesus that are dedicated to relationship and dedicated to taking down some of the walls that we're erecting around ourselves. And because we're committed to a gospel that is a word of hope for people who have lost hope. Vital congregations offer that hope to their communities. So please contact us if you're interested in a congregational vitality process. There's our contact information. It's all over the Synod website as well. And thank you for your faithfulness in the gospel.
Okay. So, Donna was talking about how you need a team, you need some coaches, so you can pick your team. It might be one of these two. Cubs, I hear, from the peanut gallery that's out here in our room. But I want to talk about faithful innovation, which is one of those possibilities under the umbrella that Donna was just talking about, and introduce a little bit about what faithful innovation learning communities are all about. So faithful innovation communities discover the unique story that God has in mind and wants to tell through your congregation to help you get ideas and inspiration and tools to enjoy the support of interactive workshops and to pray, learn, and walk together, travel together with other Central States Synod congregations. So faithful innovation is one process that brings congregational teams together to find new ways to listen, to act, and to reflect and share on what they've learned. The goal is to equip your team with new practices that emphasize God's presence and leading. So what does this process look like? Kind of in addition or fleshing out a little bit of what Donna was talking about, each congregation assembles a guiding team of 4 to 6 people, including the pastor. These are people who, like Donna said, bring a variety of gifts to the table and are able to work well together. That doesn't mean that they perhaps always agree, but that they do share this common vision for participating in faithful innovation. So all of the congregational guiding teams will meet together 3 times over a 9 to 12 month time span. And those gatherings are times of learning new practices, planning small action steps or experiments, and then coming back together to share stories with one another. Each guiding team is assigned a coach, someone who will accompany them and stay with their team to help keep them on track and reflect what they're doing and learning. The coach will be with the guiding team at the large gatherings, and then each guiding team will also meet once a month in between the larger gatherings. So the goal is to bring congregations together to listen to where God is present and active, to try small action steps, and then to share and learn from and with other guiding teams. And the result is to increase our vitality and capacity to build on these Christian practices and try new things, knowing that God is the one who is leading us into the future. So, what's required? What do you need? Well, it does require a commitment from your church council to be supportive of the work of that guiding team, to pray for them, to show leadership by participating when they're called upon, and to invest $400 as a financial support for this initiative. Because this isn't just the work of the guiding team. The guiding team is there to invite the whole congregation into that work. So our Synod guiding team has been trained through Faith Lead at Luther Seminary, Pastor Tom Weirman, Roy Christel, Lee Benight, Donna Simon, and myself. And we're going to have an information meeting next Thursday, June 10th at 10 a.m. through Zoom. You'll find the details on the Synod website. And so we'll be able to answer more questions, to talk with you more about what this process will look like. We'll be rolling out an application process for interested congregations, knowing that the initial trainings are going to start in August with a large group training session in August, January, and April of next year. So once again, contact Donna or myself for more information. So I don't know, what team do you want to be on, Donna?
I want to be on your team, Kendra.
I want to be on your team, Donna. Thank you very much.
Thanks, everybody.